85% of businesses in Africa lack access to banking services due to an absence of accounting records. Cylon Accounting offers accounting, human resource management, payroll tools to get African businesses on the books and into banks. Hi, my name is Jessé. I'm the co-founder of Cylon Accounting. Cylon Accounting is for the unbanked businesses, though the banked businesses can also make use of this tool. We provide as opposed to Zero, Pastel, and QuickBooks, our solution is for the formal and informal businesses. Cylon Accounting gives access to microfinancing, short-term insurance, and merchant payments to help businesses flourish in Africa. Cool. So as we know, 90% of businesses in Africa lack financial literacy. Without financial literacy, there is no accounting. Without accounting, there is no lending, and without either, there is no economic growth. Cylon Accounting provides a B2B accounting platform that automatically generates all reports needed for businesses without, and it is low cost, and it's an all-in-one accounting tool built for businesses in Africa. It's a demo. We build a tool for businesses, for bookkeepers, and for accountants. And as you can see, we've launched a beta version in October last year. We will be making a year in this month. We are active in 4 countries of Southern Africa, which is South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Tanzania. We have recorded an amount of 900,000 in invoices and over 9 million in expenses. And we are currently partnered with the icons you can see on the screen. Let's just get that, that's important. We do have a SaaS business model, and we also do an education model that's with our financial literacy that we recently started because important. Cool. So this is the superstars, as I call them. And as you can see, we are 2 co-founders, myself and Mario. And to give you a brief history of myself, I studied computer science in South Africa. I'm a second-time founder. My first business was a consultation company. I closed because of late payments from clients, which we didn't know how to operate. Nonetheless, I'm a Forbes 30 under 30, 2022. Won an award for most creative business in Namibia in 2022, most promising entrepreneur in Southern Africa in 2022. And also, I am the ambassador for Amazon Web Services for startups in Southern Africa. And all the others help the company become what it is today. Right, so our end goal is to become a new bank, and being here is really awesome because we've learned all the licensing tools that we need to get to this. But nonetheless, we started with accounting because accounting is the entry into this, and we've also learned that the current banking structures or the current banks of today do not offer accounting services. It makes it hard for any new business owner to operate their business. We're also incorporating wallet systems for countries like Angola, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. And we're here today because we'd like to also meet potential partners in our open banking API system that we're building, and also a few other features that will make us relevant in the next few years. And that's our funding round. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. For the presentation. Just a quick question. On one of the slides, you mentioned that you intend to offer a wallet, and then under that, you listed insurance, microfinancing, and online payments. I'm assuming those things will be linked to the wallet. Is that the intention?
Yes, of course. That's the intention. We've learned that a lot of business owners don't usually work with short-term insurances, mainly because they don't understand the benefit it brings. And we've also learned that there are microfinancing parties available. However, due to the influx of sharks, those that lend money at a high interest rate, usually the small business owners are scared to get to those. So we've partnered with 2 in Southern Africa that are able to assist us with this. And the online payments, that's mainly for cross-border payments. As you know, sending money to Angola, for example, is extremely difficult, and receiving money from. And also receiving money from PayPal is extremely difficult for many business owners in our space, Southern Africa. So we will be building a tool that enables them access to these kind of activities.
My next question is on the open banking, the area of open banking. Can you just expand on what exactly it is you want to do with open banking? Is it domestically or is it, so what is your intent there?
Right, so we currently partnered up with the 5 banks in South Africa, which is ABSA, FNB, Standard Bank, Nedbank, Capitec. And the benefit we get from that is that we're able to do bank reconciliation of our customers in South Africa. And that enables the customers in South Africa to easily access microfinances and understand their books by automatically generating their financial reports such as your trial balance statements and all these general ledgers and so forth. And our idea with partnering with the banks in Namibia is that we're able to do the same thing. However, there is no institution that's building this open API, so we currently hold the code for that. And being here would obviously help me meet people that can get us into the door so that we're able to execute it. And the benefit of that is economic growth for the country, Namibia, and value for the customers, and also an influx of new financial technology systems that are around Africa. So Namibia grows as a nation.
Thank you so much for the informative presentation. I just have 2 questions. I just want to understand the microfinancing link a little bit better. I'm trying to see whether we have existing regulations that fits or whether it will be need to fall under the framework. So under microfinancing, I just wanted to understand, is it microfinancing loans that will be granted? Will they be funded by public deposits? Or maybe just how that would work? And if you can also just speak to what would the benefits to the customer be in terms of the wallet, will it be at a cheaper price? What's the identifiable benefits to the customers?
Right. So the microfinancing leg, whichever we call it, there are existing parties already in the space, and hence the 2 partners secured. And these partners are those that work at low interest rates, not your sharks that have high interest rates. So low interest rates, we're talking about 0 to less than 15%, and also payable at various intervals of the year, so 3, 6, 9, 12. And in terms of the other part of the question was the benefit to the customer, right? So in your informal sector, you have vendors that sell goods that they buy from Metro, for example. And many times they could be selling a lot of goods, and there's a high demand for it. So they need more products in their store. So those that are able to provide goods as what's the right word for it? Provide lending products, rather, for lack of better words. So they're able to borrow on products and then pay at a later stage, and also those that are able to gain income and also pay at certain intervals at low interest rates. We also partnered with one in South Africa that currently charges 5.5%, which is low businesses. That's how we let them.
One last question.
Yeah, I'll be very brief. Mine is a short one. I just wanted to know, can you maybe talk about your target businesses that you want to target? I don't know if you've got any numbers, which regions within Namibia, any population. That was one. And then I also heard you when you were talking about your previous business. Businesses like this can be difficult. It's sad that you have to close your previous one. So I just wanted to know, what challenges are you foreseeing in these businesses, and what are you doing to make sure it doesn't repeat your closure of the previous business? Those are just my 2 small questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll answer the second question, which will lead into the first question. That's okay. The first business was a consulting business, and it mainly flows because customers would always pay late or overpay or with a lot of promises. So that was a blessing in disguise, because it led me into building products, and I've built a few products, and I've learned very quick that the products wouldn't work. And when launching beta version of what we have right now. In the first month, we already started seeing paying customers. So at that point, I learned that I'm solving one of my own problems, which was I'm not an accountant, I'm a software engineer. My co-founder is an accountant. Nonetheless, one of my pain problems was understanding my own financial records and also access to microfinancing and short-term insurances, basically all the stuff we're working on right now. It was a struggle for me personally as a SME owner. And that failure brought me to this product, which is a blessing in disguise. I think it's more blessing. And our current our current target market is businesses, so formal and informal businesses. Informal businesses because informal businesses are the drivers of many economies. Like if you look at Zambia, for example, the informal sector is bigger than the formal sector. So take away the informal sector, the economy crashes. And that's the current state in most African countries. And so by helping the informal sectors become semi-formal, we're also growing the economy and providing value to the nation at large, not only our own business. For accountants, we've learned that accountants usually use more than one tool to achieve their goals, and having a tool that is able to do, well, at least 70–80% of the work for them is great value for them. And looking at bookkeepers, I mean, who here likes bookkeeping? Nobody, right? So it's a horrible job. So with bookkeepers, we're training them and we're turning them into licensed bookkeepers, so they're also able to attain income for themselves and create value for the informal markets or even formal new business owners.
Thank you, Jessé. Thank you very much.